Beautiful, beautiful people. What's happening? Welcome back to the playbook. Today we have all the skills that you will need in FC24. I'm not taking any shots, but there are way more than 5 skills that are mandatory, or even 10 skills. It's kind of unbelievable, and even more so if you get into cancellations and some of the intricacies. If you are after performing at the utmost level, I'm talking FC Pro, competing, winning tournaments, looking for that elite portion of competition, you're going to be coming back to this video. If you found it helpful, please drop a like, share it around the community. Let me know your favorite skills in the comment section. Let's get to the goodness. Number 1, brand new. R1 dribbling, or at least this functionality. You can turn it on, turn it off. Obviously with someone like Messi, it allows you to slice, dice, put people on ice. It is fast and it is dangerous. If you have players that have those play styles, the way you can kind of change direction, the responsiveness is just better. Highly regarded. It doesn't get easier to use. Number 2, I call it the L1 Crab Dribble. You should be taking advantage of this dribble. Hold L1. You can change direction with the left analog stick. Obviously, players that dribble better, naturally, this works. Also, if you tap L1, your player will stop the ball, which is smooth, especially you want to go into maybe a secondary skill. Look at how quick that is. You're spoiled for choice this year with skill moves. Anybody that's telling you there are only 5 or there are only 6 or there are only 8 or there are only 10, I cannot see it, especially not if we start talking about cancellations and combinations. Number 3, we have the Ball Rolll, and I cannot be a bigger fanboy of a skill. This is must learn material. I call it a builder skill. You master the Ball Rolll, it will stay with you for life, and you can add other skills into the arsenal so easily. To do a Ball Rolll, you're on that right analog stick, pick a direction, let it rip. You can just hold it. And to get out of trouble, out of the back, when you're looking for angles, it's universal. Anyone can do it. And again, it combos into multiple skills. It just creates an ease to the game. It flows, it's natural. It can be attacking, it can be defensive, it can resurface. Oh, just something you need to have. You have to learn this, please. Number 4, my favorite skill of all time, the body feint. I will say this, there are levels to being able to use the body feint. It is a versatile skill. In order to complete a body feint, you flick the right analog stick, but then you also have to choose an exit direction on the left analog stick. So let's start with perpendicular body feints, right? You can go up, you can go to the right, you can go to the left, you can go down. These are perpendicular execution. You can split the defense. I would consider myself one of the best people in the world when it comes to body feints specifically. You also have the diagonal execution, where the key is going diagonal to diagonal, and it's going to take you time to master all of this to be able to do it instinctively. I don't want to discourage anyone. Part of the reality. Some years the body feint has been better than other years. I personally love the skill, and I think that it can be implemented for most people. And then the third variation that you're going to see used as more of a pullback. You're trying to resurface with the body feint, and you're typically looking for an extra add. You can pull it back there, and you can pull it back there. It can be more advanced than the perpendicular or the diagonal. You're still using a diagonal, but you're almost going 180 degrees. It's often used, somebody would be attacking here, and then you diagonal. So you can shield the ball and then pass it across, or open up an angle if you like. You'd be taking it down the sideline, or maybe even the end line, and then you pull it back. Shields it, and then you'd have that pass across. Number 5, stepovers. We call it the Anders Vergang. Stepovers with the right analog stick. I like to hold it almost in the direction that I'm going, and then the left analog stick chooses the direction. And it kind of allows you to put your opponent under pressure while also shielding the ball and trying to force a hesitation. And that's why people love this as an offensive. It is not a passive skill, and you can add in a double if you like. Number 6, we have the fake shot, and I will have to dedicate a video on this. From my count, I have 5 or 6 fake shot variables that are all dangerous, dismantling the defense. So to do a fake shot, you hit square and then X. You can also do it with circle and then X, but I go square and then X. You're going to pick a direction with that fake shot. While you're going forward, you want to change to one of the sides. Now you have the fake shot stop. Love it. Fake shot, and you don't choose an exit direction while moving. It'll also square you around all in one motion. So I can be going this way, fake shot. Now I'm facing towards the goal. I'm moving quick, fake shot, let things happen. It also sets you up for skill moves. So stop, pop, boom. Let's go with the fake shot cancel. In order to learn the fake shot cancel, I'd actually recommend using the running fake shot. So if you hold L1 and do a fake shot, it'll let you run with it. Okay. Super effective if you have fast players. You don't bring it out too often. You catch a defense slipping and you take off. However, if you want to cancel it, you're going to do L1 fake shot and then L2 R2 quickly afterward. But because you have that delay, as the keeper is gone. He's out of there. Because you have that delay, it's an easier format to learn cancellations, because cancellations will be new for many of you. In order to do a cancellation, L2, R2 at the same time, but depending on the skill move, you might not have as much buffer. If you do a regular fake shot into a cancel, for example, you can do it, but your buffer time is going to be less. Fake shot, do you see that cancel right there? It's small, you have to be precise, and again, you don't have a big window or margin. Then you also have the Cruyff turn. If you go 180 degrees, give yourself a little bit of a different animation. Number 7, power shot cancellations. If you have not seen this yet, enjoy. It's ridiculous. In order to do a power shot, L1 and R1 while you're shooting, it's going to give you a different animation like that. And then you can cancel out. You can also do other skill moves out of the power shot. One of the favorites currently is probably the roulette. So L2, R2, boom, into a roulette. You have a long loading time when you're doing a power shot, so it allows you to really decide what skill you want. So you saw a little bit of a body feint. You're going to start seeing at the top level just a bunch of people throwing down power shots and then canceling out. You saw the ball roll there. And again, how are people not discussing power shot skill moves or power shot cancellations? Number 8, brand new skill, ball roll drag. Beauty. I love this. So you hold L1, you need a 4-star skiller, and then you're going forward and back. It's L1 that's kind of like a Berba Spin. If you're looking for execution. It's got a unique animation. The way that it scoots around players, you're going to draw penalty kicks. You're going to make highlight materials here. Where you have your last angling on the right analog stick for execution will tell you what direction you're going to exit. So for your exit direction, it's based on where you choose on the secondary portion of the skill move input. Hopefully that makes sense on screen. So holding L1, if I'm going to push forward and then to the right, that's the direction I'm going. Forward and then back, that's the direction I'm going. Number 9, the classic roulette. I've been scoring goals with this all year. You just roll them. Pretty simple. You're looking at a half roll on the right analog stick in the direction that you're moving. Roulettes are best utilized or best to take advantage when you have a player on the defensive end that's kind of going for a challenge. You got to set it up. You got to tell a story. You can't just throw it out. You've also got the flare roulette. If you do L1 and then into a roulette, I think it has less effectiveness, but it does look pretty. Whereas the standardized roulette, even more so with some of these cancellations, will offer you good value. Number 10, Berber's back in the game. We got the Berber Spin. I'm putting people on my hip all day. And again, you can do it diagonally, very similar to a body feint in this regard with some of the angles of execution. What's nice about the Berber Spin is it's intuitive. Again, that secondary will tell you where you're going to exit with the Berber Spin. You do need a 4-star skiller. So if you're going perpendicular, you can kind of make yourself a little box. You can do it while sprinting, which allows you to sell it again. Sometimes with the sprint, it's a little bit slower. I found a lot of effectiveness. If you do a Berber Spin, maybe into an R1 dribble, and you start to wiggle a little bit in the box. And again, you sprint hard, and then you can sell that diagonal. All the controls for every single skill will be on screen. And if you can't do it in the arena, you won't be able to do it in a game. So I can't stress the importance of getting yourself in the arena. Number 11, and a skill you're familiar with, the La Corqueta. I think my favorite function here, quick execution, changes direction, allows me to sprint through. And then also you can pass midway through this skill. So if you start a La Corqueta and you see somebody open, you can pass out of it, which is a rarity for plenty of skills. You need a 4-star skiller again for the La Corqueta. I wouldn't spam them in a row, but it is a classic. And again, I really like the La Corqueta if you do maybe a stop and pop fake shot, boom, into it, stop the ball again, into it. Also, that stop allows you to reset a skill. You can kind of get an idea how this can go for you. Oh my, stop it, stop it. We got to get out of here. Number 12, we have the heel to heel, and I'm going to toss the heel to ball roll into this. I still think the heel to heel with the explosiveness, you can forge your way past defenders, a lot of value. I find myself receiving passes, got somebody standing side by side. He's over here playing too passively. I don't like it. Heel to heel, I'm out. Boom, that extra boost and we score. I also consider the best area of the pitch to be kind of right on the edge of the box or inside the box in these areas here. If you're doing a classic heel to heel, you're just going forward and back on the right analog stick. And again, look at that. You can go heel to heel and stop it. Look how fast that is. I know it's messy, but still. Heel to ball roll, you hold L1, then you go forward to back. Again, you need a 4-star skill, but look at the change of direction. it just allows you to do some things, man. Allows you to do some things. Number 13, 14, and 15, we need a 5-star skiller. So let's grab one. Number 13, we have the Elastico, and we brought out the GOAT. You need a 5-star skiller, and wait till you see this execution with Dino this year. It's incredible. Whoop. Looking at a little more of a full circle compared to the Roulette, but to me it has similar execution of the Roulette. It's fancy, it's easy on the eyes. You're gonna have to be a top level skill move junkie to truly use this. I'm not looking to discourage, but in order to maximize and mesmerize with this skill, you definitely have to learn the game, understand the game, and have an upper level stance when it comes to skill moves and executing those skill moves. At number 14, we have the reverse Elastico. We're gonna also use Dino for this exclusive. You need a 5-star skiller. You're going the other direction now. 1, 2, 3. And it's just the reverse of the regular Elastico again. You see the lane of space it creates. I just like to have that disclaimer. When you're going into some of the 5-star skills, you can sit here and spam the controller, but I'm telling you, if you don't have a mastery, you haven't built the foundation with the baseline skills, you're not going to jump to some of the fancier skills, and you're definitely not going to be able to sell those skills because you can't just do them. You have to actually set it up. Shoulder shake, stop the ball, move it this way, reposition defenders and midfielders. Otherwise, what are we really doing here? And then at number 15, last but not least, again, you need a 5-star skiller. We'll give it to that man Gaucho. You've seen this skill many times. Ball roll into, it's basically a fake shot, but it goes into a scoop turn. So you have to do that all in one motion. You choose with the left analog stick the direction that you're going to turn on that scoop turn. So you do a ball roll and then typically the reverse direction or the reverse way with the scoop turn, and it gives you a change of path, and you can be more explosive with it. It just gives you a quick little fake. Many will argue this is the best skill combination in the game. That's neither here nor there, but it definitely allows you a competitive advantage. You change direction so swiftly. Those are the skills. It's legitimately 15 plus skill moves that are high key, upper tier, extra efficient. If you want to minimize, I can give you some of the baselines, but they kind of build on themselves. If you can't do a ball roll, we're not going to move you up to a roulette. If you can't do a roulette, we're not going to put you on a basis to get to an Elastico, and we're definitely not talking about combining or intertwining these different skill move sessions. If you found the video helpful, make sure to drop some love. I'll answer all your questions in the comments section. There should be some recommended videos on screen. I appreciate you. Welcome to the playbook, and I have a lot more content coming out ASAP.